Hello and welcome to Brodual. This time we have spellcrafting for Skyrim. As the name suggests, this mod gives you the ability to make your own custom spells in the world of Skyrim. So whether you want to mix the elements for powerful new blasts, or just make your life easier and combine buffs into a single spell, the mod has you covered. There's over 40 different magical effects to choose from, with extra options that affect duration, target type, damage and more. There are literally thousands of different combinations, with the aim of opening up magic to give you more control of your abilities and playstyle. The mod was originally released back in 2013, but thanks to recent interest in a new author, the mod has received some much needed updates. The mod now fully supports all of the official DLCs and adds their new spell effects to the system. Recent updates have also improved the UI, taking advantage of the SkyUI framework for an easier to use interface. There was a bunch of other changes too, but first you'll need to know how the system works. The mod adds a new altar of spells to the Horn of Attainment in the College of Winterhold. Everything to do with spell creation is in this tiny corner of the hall. Melrin is your magical guide and he'll explain how certain things work, and he'll also be able to sell you some useful items for spell creation. And finally on the table you'll find a magical journal. This is where you can view and manage all of your custom spells. Custom spells can have up to 5 different magical effects. These effects are also called cantrips, and you'll need to unlock these cantrips before you can apply them to any spells. By default everyone knows the fire and healing cantrips, which makes sense given how everyone knows the flames and healing spells by default. The rest of the cantrips can be unlocked in 2 ways. The first option is to simply use a vanilla spell that has the effect you want. So for example, if you wanted the cantrip for breathing underwater, you'll eventually unlock it after using the water breathing spell a couple of dozen times. This works especially well because if a destruction mage were to create spells, it makes sense that they'd only have the elemental effects available. The other option is to buy the cantrips from Melrin. He doesn't always have the right stock, but he'll actually have some cantrips that can't be unlocked in any other way. These effects are special because they're newly added by the mod. These include effects that buff resistances, apply wards, slow the target and more. Once you have the effects that you want, then it'll just come down to how you want the spell to behave. Whether you want it to be instant damage or damage over time, whether you want it to be single target or AoE, and whether you want it to have a low or high magnitude. Remember, each spell can have 5 effects, so you can have a fire, ice and shock elemental mashup that also sends the enemy into a frenzy while also applying weakness. Or you can mix a conjuration spell with a few buffs, so that whenever you enter battle you only need to cast 1 spell to fully prepare yourself. After you're done making the spell you get to name it and it'll automatically get added to your list of spells. Its cost will depend on how many effects you chose as well as the magnitude of each effect. So if you make a super powerful spell, it'll cost a huge amount to cast. The mod also takes all of the necessary perks into account, so if you have the elemental potency perks then the elemental effects will be enhanced. The spells can also be dual casted and will receive the appropriate enhancements. As of right now the mod supports every type of spell except for concentration spells. My guess is that it'll be too overwhelming for the game to apply all of these effects every single second, so it makes sense that they're left out. The mod lets you store up to 25 custom spells at a time. After that point you'll either have to work with what you've got or head into your spell journal and delete some of them. The journal is especially useful because it includes all of the important information for each spell, including all of the effects and their cost. The spell menu actually marks all custom spells as novice with a cost of 0, so the journal is absolutely necessary. A recent update to the mod also added a mod menu. From here you have a bunch of options to change how the system is integrated. If you find the idea of cantrips too limiting to your spellmaking abilities, then you can simply disable them and have all of the magical effects available to you at the start of a playthrough. Or maybe you like the cantrip system but you'd prefer if you learned the effects a bit faster, well you can change that too. All in all, the mod has a huge amount of potential for creative playing. At first it's just fun to play around with the different combinations, but later on it can really help mould certain playstyles. The cantrip system also acts as a nice reward and helps magic scale into the late game. In vanilla a mage is limited by their spells, but now the spells are limited by your character's magical ability. Thanks to the recent updates the mod has improved a lot, however there's still plenty of room for more and we hope the new author continues to work on it. We'd also like the ability to move the altar, or maybe craft a placeable version that we can put anywhere in the world, but I guess we'll see what the author has in store. If you're interested in today's mod then you can find everything you need down below, and as always be sure to leave endorsements on any mod you enjoy. We'd like to thank WeMesh for sponsoring this episode. WeMesh is a video watching app that lets you share and watch videos with friends in perfect sync. It's great for watching movie trailers, let's plays, or even our videos with friends from anywhere in the world at the exact same time. You can even talk or chat via text while watching it too, and to get it today you can find a link in the description below. That's it for today's spotlight, and thanks for watching.